Hey, I've got this really big question for you. In fact, it's one of the biggest questions you will ever answer. And the question is this: who are you? Sometimes we spend our entire lifetime answering that question. And here's the reality. If you are in Christ, who you are is not who you were. And in Ephesians chapter 2, we get a real cool before and after picture of ourselves. And we get this real cool snapshot into who we are and who we were made to be. And it starts off in verse 12 and 13. It says this: "You were strangers, separated from God's people. You were aliens to the covenant they had with God. You were hopelessly stranded without God in a fractured world. But now," that was before, this is now. "But now, because of Jesus, the anointed, and his sacrifice, all of that has changed. God gathered you who were so far away and brought you near to him by the royal blood of the anointed, our liberating king." Okay, this is who you were, but that's not who you are anymore. Who are you? Okay, who are you? That's not who you were anymore. So who are you now? Check this out. You are walking, talking poetry. Verse 10 in the same chapter says this: "For we are the product of his hand, heaven's poetry, etched on lives, created in the anointed Jesus to accomplish the good works God arranged long ago." So we are God's poetry. We are his workmanship, etched onto human life. Okay? It created to do his works. But first, we need to realize that we are his workmanship. God's plan is that we realize that we're God's workmanship before we do God's work. A lot of times we get that confused. We need to realize who we are, that we are poetry, that we are his workmanship. Then we let our life give honor to the poet. A lot of times we get the two confused and we think we need to do the work in order to become the workmanship. But we need to realize that we are the workmanship, and then we start to do the work. And then as a result of that, as a result of who we are and whose we are free to do the work. We get hung up with the connection between faith and works, and we start, I need to do this. I need to earn God's love. I need to make it happen. I need to somehow squeak it out. But salvation is God's gift. It's a gift. It's not anything we earn. It's something that he gives. And he gives it through Jesus. And when we are transformed, when we receive the gift, we begin to live out the good works. We begin to live out the life that he's planned for us. Then we're his workmanship, and we need to realize that. Then we need to do his works. Works are not a cause of salvation. They're the results of salvation. They're not the source of life. They're the proof of life. That God has given us life. You are his workmanship. You're created to do his works, but you're his workmanship. You are his artistic masterpiece. You are his poetry engraved in the lives around you. And it's a beautiful thing. So go out and just do something incredibly poetic today. God bless you guys. Giddy up.